Madhava Kunja Bihari
Jayo Radha Madhava
Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari
Jayo
Jaya
Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari
Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari
Gopi Chana Vallabha Girvardhari
Jaya Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana
Yashodanandana Braj Jana Ranjana
Yamuna Tira Vanachari
Yamuna Tira Vanachari
Yamuna Tira Vanachari
Yamuna Tira Vanachari
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari
Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari
Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari
Gopi Chana Vallabha Girvardhari
Jayo Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana
Yashodanandana Braj Jana Ranjana
Yamuna Tira Vanachari
Yamuna Tira Vanachari
Yamuna Tira Vanachari
Yamuna Tira Vanachari
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari
Jayo
Jaya
Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari
Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari
Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Jaya Radha Gopinath Radhe
Jaya Radha Gopinath Radhe
Jaya Gauranitai Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya
Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai.
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya
Nitai
Prabhupada.
Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
जय कलयुग पावन हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
Om Namo Bhagwate Vasudevaya.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
Om Namo Bhagwate Vasudevaya.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
Om Namo Bhagwate Vasudevaya.
नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं
Narayanam Namaskrityam
नरं चैव नरोत्तमं
Dharam Shiva Narotatam
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
ततो जयमुदीरये
Tatorjaya Mudiraye
नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु
Ashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu
नित्यं भागवत सेवया
Nityam Bhagata Sevaya
भगवती उत्तमा श्लोके
Bhakti Uttama Shloke
भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी
Bhaktir Bhavati Naistake
कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय
Krishnaya Vasudevaya
देवकी नन्दनाय च
Devaki Nandanaya Cha
नन्दगोपकुमाराय
Nanda Gopakumaraya
गोविन्दाय नमो नमः
Govindaya Namo Namah.
हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु
Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu
दीनबन्धु जगत्पते
Deenabandhu Jagatpate
गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता
Gopesha Gopika Kanta
राधा कान्ता नमोस्तुते
Radha Kanta Namostute
तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी
Taptanchana Gaurang
राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी
Radhe Vrindavaneshwari
वृषभानुसुते देवी
Vrishabhanu Sute Devi
प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये
Namami Hari Priye
वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च
Vansha Kalpatru
कृपा
Vriksha
सिन्धुभ्य एव च
Kripa Sindhu Bharevacha
पतितानां पावनेभ्यो
Patitamam Pavanebhyo
वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः
Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah
नमो विष्णुपादाय
Namo Vishnu Padaya
कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले
Krishna Preshnaya Bhutale
श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त
Srimate Bhaktivedanta
स्वामीनिति नामिने
Swami Nitnamine
नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे
Namaste Saraswati Devi
गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे
Gauravani Pracharani
निर्विशेष शून्यवादी
Nishvishesha Sunnavadi
पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे
Prashatade Satarini
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya
प्रभु नित्यानंद
Prabhu Nityananda
श्री अद्वैत गदाधा
Shri Advaita Gadada
श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद
Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
हरे राम
Hare Rama Hare Rama
राम राम हरे हरे
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna. Welcome everyone to our weekly Bhagavad Gita class. Thank you for taking out your time and coming to attend this Gita class. We are continuing our discussion from Bhagavad Gita as it is. We are on chapter 2nd. We are on which verse?
35
35th. Okay. नहीं होगा 20s में चल रहा है.
21 या 22 हुआ था.
25.
25.
25.
Okay. Okay, so we are continuing this wonderful discussion where Krishna is describing how Arjuna, you should not put so much of emphasis on the body. Body is temporary. In the first chapter, Arjuna gave 5 reasons why he doesn't want to fight. He said, I'm feeling compassionate for all these soldiers, they'll be killed. How will I enjoy alone if I'll kill all of them? I may become sinful. I will become sinful. And then family will be destroyed, the traditions will be lost. And then in the second chapter, we are discussing, Arjuna says, I am completely confused. And then he becomes disciple. Shishyaste aham sadhimam tvam prapannam. This is the beginning of spiritual life. When somebody says, I don't know, please tell me. If somebody says, I already know, but dekhte hain kya bolte hain ye. So that is not the right mood in which the spiritual lessons are learned. Tad viddhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. 4th chapter 34th verse, Krishna says this. Pranipat, pariprashna and seva. Humble, submissive inquiries are must. And then we should be ready to follow the instructions. It is not that, okay, thoda sun ke aate hain and then we have to continue our own life. It is just a spiritual break. No, then it will not make any difference in life. Because there is no dearth of information in this world. We are here to transform ourselves for a better purpose. And this is a very important thing to understand. If somebody asks, what's the purpose? Purpose is very important. Everything in this world is driven by purpose. Why we are doing something. Last time we discussed this, why we do what we do. In that, Krishna is telling to his father, oh, my father, when people, they know why they are doing what they are doing, they achieve success. Otherwise, they don't achieve success. Gyatva gyatva cha karmani janoyam anutishtati gyatva karma siddhisyad yata na vidusho bhavet. If you know why we are doing, then siddhi, perfection. Otherwise, you will not get perfection in life. So therefore, all these instructions, all these explanations of Bhagavad Gita, they are there to make us understand what's the purpose of this human life. The purpose of human life is not just to maintain the body and maintain family. That's there. We have to take care of that. No doubt about it. We can't be whimsical. We can't be fanatic saying that abhi to sab moh maya hai. Bhagavad Gita class जा रहे हैं आजकल. अभी संसार से कुछ विरक्ति आ गई है. No, it is not that way. We have to take care of the family. We have to take care of the children. We have to take care of our world. But we should not forget the purpose. There are 2 words, Shreyas and Preyas. Preyas means short-term goals, which gives immediate happiness, immediate excitement. For children, what is their preyas? दिन भर खेलने के लिए छोड़ दीजिए. श्रेयांश, कितना अच्छा लगेगा नहीं आपको? But the parents, they know, oh no, if he'll not study, then he'll not be able to become successful person. They have far-sightedness. That is called as Shreya. Similarly, in a human life, we should take care of both Preyas and Shreyas. Most of the times, we are just engrossed in thinking about the small pleasures of this world. But we don't know about the higher goals of life. Krishna says in 18th chapter, there is happiness in the mode of goodness, passion and ignorance. Happiness in the mode of goodness, that is painful in the beginning and pleasure in the end. Yattad agre visham iva pariname amritopamam tat sukham satvikam proktam atma buddhi prasadajam. Any examples of pleasures in the mode of goodness? In the beginning it is not pleasurable. शुरू में तो अच्छा नहीं लगता है, but in the end it is good.
Taking medicines.
Medicines, हाँ जी. Okay, taking care of the body, exercise.
Taking care of my body.
Anything else? For students studying. Yes, studying अच्छा लगता है? नहीं? Yes, Diana? No? But still we study. Why? Because I know, children, why do children study? Rehash, why do you study? You don't like to study, right?
Yes, I like to
Oh, अभी तो ना बोल रहा था. Children they study, मतलब छोटे बच्चे होते हैं ना, क्यों पढ़ते हैं वो? डांट पड़ेगी, है ना?
If they don't study,
हाँ.
they will get no marks in exam.
Oh, इतना सोचते हैं आप? You think all this? So generally people, small child, he studies because पापा की डांट पड़ेगी.
Yes.
Yes. And after, और मम्मी बोलेंगी, after he grows up little bit, then why children study? Now he's in 6th, 7th, 8th standard. अभी उसको क्या बोलना पड़ता है पढ़ाई करने के लिए?
Friends.
After 12th standard, they study in colleges.
गिफ्ट मिलेगा, आपको नया फोन मिलेगा, नई बाइक मिलेगी. एंड आफ्टर इतना टेम्पटेशन देना पड़ता है
And a
आजकल.
new car also.
New car also. Oh my god. And then when the student is in college, then why he studies? Now he's in college. Now he studies, okay, employment is there, but he studies out of gratitude ki, okay, my parents have done so much for me, they have sent me to this college, I should study. And after he is done with his studies, he is working, but he tries to earn more knowledge. Why? Because now he likes to serve his parents, serve his family. That's how different people, they also go to God for different purposes. A very immature or a person who is not so much developed in his or her consciousness, he or she goes to God because डर लगता है, नहीं जाएंगे, कुछ गड़बड़ करेंगे तो पाप लगेगा, फिर नरक में जाना पड़ेगा, डर. And most of the people, they go to God for what?
Asking.
सुख संपत्ति घर आवे कष्ट मिटे तनका. गाते हैं ना आप आरती ये लोग गाते हैं ना? All these are desires. No problem in that. It is all good. But there is a next level of prayer. When we do go to God and say, oh God, oh Krishna, thank you for whatever you have given. That is a higher level of understanding of a devotee. Tatte nukampa susamikshmano bhunjanu evatma kritam vipakam ridvagvapurvir vidadhan namaste jivetayo mukti pade sadaya bhak. This is a verse from Shrimad Bhagavatam where Brahmaji is telling this should be the mood of all the practitioners of spirituality. Whenever good things or bad things happen in our life, we should say, thank you, my Lord. Zyada ho gaya nahi. Okay, I can say thank you for good things. Why should I say thank you for bad things? Any thoughts? इससे भी ज़्यादा खराब हो सकता था. Yes, you are saying something.
It has come to teach us something.
Okay, it is given by the Lord so that we can learn something. Okay, wonderful. That's the way a spiritualist understands. He knows or she knows how to see the problems as teachers. That is very important. And we be grateful. One more thing which happens when one starts practicing Krishna consciousness or bhakti, specifically bhakti yoga. All the sins which we may have done in the past, and we are about to get the reaction of it, when we start practicing spirituality, chanting, hearing, having faith in the Lord, then all those sinful reactions are destroyed. We have heard the story of Ajamil.
Yes.
He was such a sinful person. At the end of life, he just chanted the name of Narayan, calling out to his son. And what was the result? Yamdutas, they were taking this Ajamil to Yamloka, but Vishnudutas appeared. As soon as they heard the name of their master, Narayan, 4 Vishnudutas came. And they said, you can't touch this Ajamil. He is sinless. So Yamdutas, they say, इसका track record दिखाएं आपको. He is such a sinful person. whatever it may be. But now he has chanted Narayan. All his sins are wiped off. अच्छा है नहीं? साल भर कुछ भी करिए. Whole life you do whatever you want. At the end of life, just chant Narayan. हो जाएगा? What if नहीं आया नारायण याद तो? Then Hari Bol. So it is very important to understand, if somebody is chanting the names of the Lord, thinking that I'll do sinful activity and then I'll chant and I'll be purified, that is another sin. That is another offense. We should not chant the name of the Lord thinking that I'll chant to purify my sinful activity so that I can commit more again. That is like elephant bathing. What is the quality of elephant bathing? Characteristic.
He puts dust on himself.
After taking bath nicely, puts the sand, dirt again. So what is the use of such type of bathing? Manye kunjara shauchavat. It is like elephant bathing. So therefore, spirituality, practice of bhakti yoga, it not just purifies the sins, it purifies our sinful mentality also. That is the power of practicing bhakti yoga. So that is what we are learning here. So in this section, Krishna is describing the various qualities of the soul. Soul is, last time I think we discussed achedyoyam, adahyoyam. I think we discussed 22nd.
24th.
23rd हो गया था?
24th हो गया.
23rd नहीं हुआ था. We had discussed 22nd. Yeah, I remember. We discussed Vasamsi Jirnani. Okay, we'll start with 23rd. Nainam chindanti shastrani.
Nenam chindati shastrani.
Nainam dahati pavakaha.
Nenam dahati pavaka.
Na chainam kledayantyapo.
Na chainam ramdev kyapo.
Na shoshayati marutaha.
Na shoshayati maruta.
Translation.
The soul can never be cut to pieces by any weapon, nor burned by fire, nor moistened by water, nor withered by the wind.
So there are various kinds of weapon. Krishna is making it very relevant for Arjun. The best teacher means he understands the background of the student and gives examples accordingly. So Arjun is a Kshatriya. So he is giving examples in Kshatriya language. The soul cannot be cut, cannot be burnt, cannot be moistened, because these are the various types of weapons which Arjuna uses. Agnyastra, Vayuastra, Varunastra. So he is telling Arjun so that he can understand, okay, this soul is very interesting entity. Srila Prabhupada, when he went to America and he started teaching Bhagavad Gita, many of his audience, they were into drugs and all wrong things. He was staying in Lower East Side, Bowery, New York. Many of those people would come. So he had to tell them what is spiritual world all about. So क्या बताएंगे इनको spiritual world क्या है? They have never heard about Krishna and Vaikuntha. So Prabhupada is such a genius. He said, what is spiritual world? He said spiritual world is the ocean of LSD. So then these people say, Acha, then we want to go there. Can you please tell us more about that spiritual world? So that is the way, a teacher tries to make the topic interesting to the audience so that, okay, some interest is there. Prabhupada tells a story of a Christian preacher. One time he was preaching to people working in coal mines. And he was telling, all of you should chant the name of Jesus, take the name of God. Otherwise you'll go to hell. So what is hell? He said, hell is a very dark place. So all of them are thinking this coal mine is also dark only. What's the difference? In hell, there is not sufficient air. यहाँ पे भी वैसा ही है. In coal mines, in hell, it is very damp and warm, hot. यहाँ पे भी वैसा ही है. So they were not getting excited by anything he was saying. So then he thought, कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा. I have to find out how they spend their time there. So he found that in leisure time, they read newspapers. So in the next time when he met them, he said, and in hell there is no newspaper. बोले अरे ये तो बहुत प्रॉब्लम वाली जगह है. यहाँ पे नहीं जाना है. How will I spend we spend our time there? So Krishna is making all these very relevant. Prabhupada also writes that there are different types of weapons, and formerly there were many different types. Now only fire weapons are there. Previously Vayu Astra, Varuna Astra, Nidra Astra was also there. Some Mohan Astra was there. So Krishna Prabhupada is writing about all that. Because Arjuna is a Kshatriya. Kshatriya means Shata Trayate iti Kshatriya. Shata, Shati. Shati is a common Hindi word. Shati ho gayi hai. Shati means harm. Shata Trayate, one who protects others from harm. That is called as Kshatriya.
Kshatriya.
And what is the meaning of mantra? Manatrayate iti mantra. That which protects the mind from all the negativities. That is called as mantra. The negativities of comparison, criticism, complaint. Mind keeps on, always thinking about all the negativities of the world. Manatrayate. The mind is protected from all the negativities of the world by chanting this mantra. Mantra is and where do you receive this mantra? That mantra is received in mandir. Mandir means it is a hospital for the mind, where the medicine for the mind is received. Mantra. So that's how it is. So Prabhupada in the next paragraph, he describes about Mayavad. We have heard about Mayavad a little bit. Anyone knows what is Mayavad? Okay, we have not discussed here. We have our soul and a subtle body and the gross body. There are some people who say that actually soul and Paramatma, Atma and Paramatma, we are one only. Now we have forgotten that we are God. We can become God. But according to Bhagavad Gita, we can never become God, because in many verses Krishna says soul cannot be cut. These Mayavadis, they say that we were God, but now we are separated from God. It is like a big paper which is cut into small pieces. So that's how we are small parts of God. We are God. And by practicing this meditation, we will become God. We will realize that we are God. That is Mayavad philosophy. But we can never become God, because the soul cannot be cut. If the soul cannot be cut, how can super soul be cut? How can Paramatma be cut into pieces? So therefore Prabhupada describes this Mayavad theory. Mayavadis cannot explain how the individual soul came into existence. Nor was it possible to cut the individual souls from the original soul, super soul. So if you cannot cut the soul, then super soul, Paramatma, how can the Jiva, living entity, come into existence? So that is the proposition of the Mayavadis. They say, we have forgotten that we are God. हम भूल गए कि हम भगवान हैं. After you follow this process, you will realize that you are God. Sounds interesting?
Yes.
You know why such philosophy is so very common in India? Because that is the nature of a living entity. We have come here in this world to become God. We wanted to be separate from God. We were staying with God once upon a time we were with God. But we demanded that I don't want to stay with you. I want my separate kingdom. Just like us, if a small child says, Mummy, I also want to cook. So mother says, Arey, you don't know how to cook. No, I want my separate kitchen. I don't want to cook in your kitchen. I want my separate kitchen. And she is like 3-4 months old, 3-4-year-old child. So what mother will do? She'll get a toy kitchen. Okay, you cook whatever you want in this toy kitchen.
Oh, yes.
And then after 1 or 2 hours of playing, this child will say, Mummy, bhook lagi hai.
Oh my God.
So what mother may say, Abhi 2 hours you have cooked, take that. No, mummy, usme nahi hota hai yaar. I want food. I want from whatever you have cooked. So similar was the condition when we were with God and we said, I don't want to stay with you, I want my separate kingdom. And God said, you can't enjoy alone apart from me. You don't know how to live in this world. It is like a son who demands, I want my property. You give me my share of property and I don't want to live with you. In Bible there is a story of a prodigal son. There was a very rich man and his son, because he was in association of some bad people, they said, why are you staying with your father? You can enjoy things separately. Just demand your rights, your property, and we'll enjoy. So this young man, this boy said, oh father, I don't want to live with you. Just give me my share of property. His father tried to convince him. But he said, no, I don't want to listen anything. Okay, take your property. As soon as this boy got his property, he attracted many friends. And then all his money was squandered in very short time. And now he was alone. All his friends left him. But his father didn't leave him. His father was always thinking and trying to understand, where is my child? He had sent his minister that you please take care where my son is going. So this minister comes back and tells, now your son has nothing. He is on the road. So his father says, you do one thing. You tell my son that you will give him a job, and you give a job to my son, and that's how give him some money. So in due course of time, in some time, this minister goes to his son and says, okay, I'll give you a job. Come to my company. And he starts working. After some time, he realizes this person is the minister of my father. And then he realizes his mistake. And then he goes back to his father and he asks forgiveness. This is our story. We were with God and we demanded our property. We want our separate kingdom. We don't want to live with you. We want independence. So God said, Arey Baba, you can't enjoy properly. Stay with me. I'll give you all sorts of happiness. No, I don't want to live with you. Because we always think, udhar maja hai. The grass is always green on the
Other side.
On the board.
I don't want to live with you. Now we have come here in this world. And this world is a place of those people who have rebelled against God. We don't want to live with God. A person, a criminal, because he doesn't follow the laws of the government, he's put into prison. What's the first thing which is done to the prisoner as he enters the prison? Sabse pehle,
Changes uniform.
change of clothes. Yes, thank you. Similarly, when we come in this material world, from the world where we were staying with God, Krishna stays in Vaikuntha or Goloka Vrindavan. Spiritual world is called Vaikuntha or Goloka. In Goloka, Krishna stays. In Vaikuntha, Vishnu stays. So when we come in this world, the first thing which is given to us is clothes, a body. And a body is depending on our particular type of desire. How many types of bodies are available here? 84 lakh species of life are available here. Jalaja navlakshani sthavara lakshvamshati kramayo rudra sankhyaga pakshinam dashalakshanam trimchal lakshani pashava chatur lakshani manava. Jalaja means aquatics. Navlakshani, 9 lakhs. Sthavara, the plants and the trees, they are 20 lakhs. Lakshvamshati. Krimaya, the insects, they are 11 lakhs. Rudra Sankhya. 11 Rudras are there. So Rudra Sankhya. Pakshinam Dashalakshanam, 10 lakhs birds. Trimshal Lakshani Pashavaha, 30 lakhs animals. And Chatur Lakshani Manava, 4 lakh varieties of human beings depending on their consciousness. Everybody has different level of consciousness. So all these things are given depending on the desire. What is the next thing which is done to the criminal? If the criminal is really violent type of criminal, क्या करते हैं उसको? Okay, and he may be put in chains also, right?
Chain.
So first the cloth is given, the body is given, and then all of us, we are chained by the three modes of material nature. We have heard, we know Sattvagun, Rajogun, Tamogun. These are the different types of chains. They are always affecting us. Everything we do in our life, from the time we get up to the time we go to sleep, we are always under the three modes. The different times of the day are in different modes. Morning time is Sattvaguna. Afternoon time is Rajoguna. Night time is
Tamogun.
Tamogun. All the activities, even the songs which we hear, classical music, which mode it is?
Tamogun.
Sattvagun. Any of you like classical music here? ऐसा राग चलता रहता है उसमें एकदम. Bollywood songs, they are which mode,
Rajogun.
They are Rajogun, increases the passion, desires. And all the rock music,
Tamogun.
Tamogun. You try listening rock music in early morning hours. You will not get the same experience. मजा नहीं आएगा. Try करिए आप लोग. Because the time and the guna is not matching. The song is in Tamogun and you are listening it in early morning, which is Sattvagun. So उतना kick नहीं आएगा. So that's how the time, the songs, even food is in three modes. What is food in the mode of goodness?
Sattva.
That is vegetarian food, milk products, Ayu, Sattva, Balaru. All this is there in Bhagavad Gita. Krishna says that, 17th chapter. Ayu, Sattva, Bala, Arogya, Sukha, Priti, Vivardhana, Rasya, Snigdha, Sthira, Ridya, Ahara, Satvika, Priya. If you eat food in the mode of goodness, what increases? Ayu, your life increases. Bala, your strength. Arogya, you become free from diseases. Sukha, Priti, Vivardhana, it increases happiness. What is food in the mode of passion? Food in the mode of passion is very hot, very spicy, tikha, How many of you like spicy? एकदम मजा आता है spicy खाने में. ऐसा मिर्ची भी खाते हैं ऊपर से थोड़ा सा. आँख से आंसू आ रहे हैं फिर भी खा रहे हैं. मजा आता है. कटु अम्ल लवण अतिउष्ण तीक्ष्ण रुक्ष विदाहिना आहार राजसस्येष्टा दुःख शोक अमयप्रदा. Katu, very bitter, very spicy, very hot, pungent. They are food in the mode of passion. And what it brings? Dukkha, shoka, amaya prada. Any of you have experienced रात में आपने एकदम ऐसा फर्स्ट क्लास स्पाइसी वाला मजा लेके खाया और नेक्स्ट मॉर्निंग को क्या लगता है? क्यों खाया? नहीं खाना चाहिए था. दुख होता है, शोक होता है. Amaya prada. Amaya means it brings diseases. And what is food in the mode of ignorance? All the non-vegetarian items come in this. And even onion garlic. Yata yamam gatarasam puti paryushitam chaya. That which smells bad, that which gets decomposed quickly, that food which is cooked more than 3-4 hours back also. तो कलयुग में तो ऐसा पॉसिबल नहीं होता है. हम लोग तो फूड पैक करके लेके जाते हैं, ब्रेकफास्ट लंच. Yatayamam. So that's how everything in this world is affected by the modes. They are the chains which bind us. Somebody may be in Sattvaguna, somebody may be in Rajogun, somebody may be in Tamogun, prominently. All the three modes are always working, right? Just like आज सुबह चलो आज भगवद गीता क्लास सुनेंगे. I'll get to hear something good. अच्छा लगेगा. Which mode is this? Sattvagun. And class चलता है 11 till 11:30 और फिर and if I go on till 11:45, प्रभुजी अब भूल गए लगता है टाइम. 12 बज गए तो प्रभुजी ये तो गलत बात है. 12:15 then restlessness starts. बहुत ज़्यादा ही हो जाता है. What is this mode? That is passion, rajogod, restlessness. And if somebody sit in the class very peacefully, एकदम ऐसा हिल भी नहीं रहा है, एकदम शांत, तो क्या हो सकता है? दो चीजें हो सकती हैं. Either he is listening or she is listening nicely or
Sleeping.
ready to sleep. That is tamogun. Everything in this world is affected by the three modes. These three modes are always fighting, competing with each other. Rajas tamas cha vibhuya sattvam bhavati bharata, rajas sattvam tamas chaiva tamas sattvam rajas tatha. Krishna says in the 14th chapter. Sometimes sattva gun comes up, sometimes rajogun, sometimes tamogun. So that's how it is. We all are affected by the modes.
Is it this coming up of the gunas? It is affected by what we take in input, is it?
Yes, depending on the place where we are in, depending on the swabhav we have, we attract certain type of, we are attracted to certain type of modes. Some people, they are attracted to sattva guna. Some people are attracted to rajoguna. Just like you, मतलब आप लोग पता नहीं अभी हॉस्टल वाली लाइफ देखे हैं कि नहीं. How many of you have lived in hostels in your college days? For people who have studied, who are studying in and staying in hostel, for them, मतलब they don't mind इधर कचरा उधर कचरा, मतलब it's okay for them. And they are so used to staying in that condition, they don't mind, they don't even understand. गंदा किधर है? इतना तो अच्छा है. And because they're used to staying in that tamogun, na? So they don't even recognize that this is problem. That is how many times hostels are. So I have stayed in hostels, so I can see difference. Some people, they मतलब 4 महीना नहा ही नहीं रहे, you know? They are on water conservation mode. One time a person, he was wearing a t-shirt, उसमें आगे लिखा था save water. So I thought, wow, wonderful, save water. Then he went ahead, पीछे लिखा था drink beer. So all these modes are always working, you know. Based on our psychophysical nature, we are attracted to certain type of modes. Our psychophysical nature is made by two things: our previous life's actions and our current life's upbringing. The way we are born and brought up, we are attracted to certain type of things. If somebody is born and brought up in a criminal family, for him, doing wrong things is normal. A person who is born and brought up in a very saintly family with good qualities, they can't even tolerate seeing somebody doing bad. So that's how it is. Okay. Any other questions? Or we'll go ahead. Prabhupada writes in the purport of this verse, they are the spirit soul is eternally individual. We are always individual. We can never become one with God. If somebody says, I want to become God. One time one person, he came and he started arguing with Srila Prabhupada. Swamiji, I am God. Prabhupada said, how can you become God? God is all powerful. No, Swamiji, I am God. I am also all powerful. And as he was speaking, he got a nature's call. He said, Swamiji, give me a few minutes. I'll be back. He said, no, you have to first complete your argument. No, Swamiji, it is urgent. No, I'll not allow you to go. No, Swamiji, please. Then first accept that you are not God. Okay, Swamiji, I am not God. Then Prabhupada said, okay, now you go. So he went and came back and again started. Swamiji, I am God. That is called a stubbornness. They will never accept that they are not God. So spirit souls can never become God. And Krishna describes in the 15th chapter also. Mamaivaamsho, please take out 15th chapter, 6th verse. In that, Krishna very clearly describes that all the living beings, they are the eternal parts of Krishna. We can never become God, we will always remain parts of God. 15th chapter, 6th verse, Krishna says this. मिल गया? It is Mamaivaamsho. आगे वाला क्या है? 7 है, 15.7 निकालिए. In that, Krishna describes All the living beings are my eternal parts. Mamaivamsho jiva loke
Mamevansho Jeev Loke
jiva bhuta sanatanaha
Jiva Bhuta Sanatana
manashasthani indriyani
Manasista Indrani
prakriti sthani karshati.
Pratisthana Prasute.
Translation somebody can read.
Eternal parts, my eternal family of parts.
Eternal parts, Mamaiva Amsha,
You conditional life plus struggling very hard with the sixth senses, which include
they are my parts. They are not parts of anybody else. Prabhupada would give a simple example. My hand is a part of my body. My finger is a part of my body. So a finger is supposed to serve the body. If I want, finger should come here, go there. But if the finger is not working according to the instructions of my body, that means finger is not in its proper constitution. We are all parts of God. That means we are supposed to serve God. That is our constitutional position. What's the meaning of constitution? Very common word, constitution. Indian constitution बोलते हैं, संविधान.
Assembly.
Constitution. Okay, that's how what it conveys. But the meaning is, constitution means it never changes. Of course, constitution बदलता रहता है. Amendment होते रहते हैं. But that's the meaning. Constitution. It never changes. So the constitution of every one of us is to serve. But we are serving things and people of this world. So therefore they don't come up to our expectations sometimes. And we can't serve them always. Either they will not stay or we will not stay. They will not reciprocate according to what we expect. So therefore this service is always hampered. Therefore, so if we serve that personality who is eternal, who has the capacity to reciprocate with everyone properly, then it becomes eternal constitutional position. That is called as Sanatan Dharma. That is the dharma of every living being, to serve God. And because we are serving things of the world, people of the world, so we are not always happy. So therefore this Sanatan Dharma, it is not Hindu Dharma. Dharma is not a sectarian religion. Dharma means that which cannot be changed. We have heard this example many times. Dharma means, what's the dharma of fire?
Burn.
To burn. Dharma of sugar?
Make
To
it
be sweet. Dharma of water is to flow. Can fire be cold? Can sugar be salty? No. Dharma means that which never changes. And when we use this dharma to serve God, then it becomes Sanatan Dharma. It is not Hindu Dharma, Muslim Dharma, Christian. All these are the religions. Religion is a type of faith. Faith can be changed. Today I am a Hindu, somebody may say tomorrow I'll become Christian or Muslim, or faith can be changed. But dharma never changes. Dharma means the constitution of a person. We are always part of God and we are supposed to serve God. And the easiest way to begin serving God is to chant the names of God. That is the religion for this age. Different ages have different religions, different ways to connect to God. In Satya Yuga, the way to connect to God was tapasya. Go to forest and do meditation for thousands of years. Without eating, without drinking maybe sometimes. The way to connect to God in Treta Yuga was yagya. Do big sacrifices, fire sacrifices. आज बोलेंगे fire sacrifices, we have to put so much ghee. यहाँ पे A2 घी खाने के लिए नहीं है. आग में डालना पड़ेगा. And it was not our 1 by 1 feet square feet का यज्ञ कुंड. Previously they would make big kundas. वानखेड़े स्टेडियम जैसा बड़ा यज्ञ कुंड बनाते थे वो लोग. अब इतना लकड़ी डालना है, इतना घी डालना है. Possible? Is it possible? No. And so many mantras are chanted also. आजकल तो ऐसे पंडित जी भी नहीं आते हैं कि उनको सब मंत्र आए. When we call somebody, some पंडित जी to do यज्ञ, पंडित जी पूजा कराना है, यज्ञ कराना है, क्या क्या पूछते हैं आप लोग? सामग्री कितनी लगेगी, टाइम कितना लगेगा, दक्षिणा कितनी लेंगे. आज तक कोई पूछे कि कौन कौन से मंत्र बोलेंगे बताइए. जो भी मंत्र बोलना है बोलिए, जल्दी खत्म करिए. We are not interested in all these things. So not possible in Kali Yuga. In Dwapar Yuga, the way to achieve the Lord was go to the forest. Worship the deities of the Lord. Paricharya. That is also not so easy. There are so many rules and regulations involved. So simplest is given for Kali Yuga people. What is that? Chanting the names of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krite adhyayate Vishnu, Tretayam yajto makai, Dwapare paricharyayam, kalau tad Hari Kirtanat. Hari Kirtan in Kali Yuga is the easiest way to achieve God. That is a recommended process. अभी तो टाइम नहीं है हमारे पास, आज तो बिजी चल रहा है. कल से पक्का करेंगे. एंड वो कल नहीं आता है. इट नेवर कम्स. दैट्स आवर माइंड चीट्स अस. सो वी हैव टू resolve, we have to decide that from today I will start this process. Otherwise, mind will keep on postponing things till eternity. Kal. And that kal never comes. Unless we commit to the process, we will not experience the transformation. It is the simplest way. The more we chant, the more we connect to the Lord. Okay, we'll go to the next verse. Achedyoyam madahyoyam
Achetoyam madayoyam
akledyo ashoshya evacha
Akleto Sushayatya
nitya sarvagata sthanu achaloyam sanatanaha.
Charadam Sanatana.
24. Translation please.
This individual soul is unbreakable and insoluble and can be neither born nor dry. He is everlasting, present everywhere, unchangeable, immovable, and eternally the same.
This is Sarvagataha. It is always there. Have you seen anytime a plant coming out of a crack in a wall? Okay. It is all concrete, but still the plant is a small creeper is coming out. Soul is Sarvagataha. Even the living entities are there in the fire. There are some entities called thermophiles. They stay in fire. So living entities everywhere. Nitya Sarvagataha. Sarvagataha means it can go everywhere. So if somebody says moon planet there is no life, it is not possible. There is life even in sun planet. There is life in moon planet. It is Sarvagataha. The soul can go anywhere. It can survive in any condition. Externals, they don't matter for the soul. Because the body is made like that, so that it can survive in that situation. Our earthly bodies have more earth. The living entities in the Surya, the sun planet, they have more fiery element. We have 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, ether. In the planet of moon, they more have water element. So that's how the soul is. Soul can go anywhere. And how the soul travels? It travels by his own will. I decide my future destination by my present actions, by my present desires. Whatever desires I'll cultivate in this life, I will make a body in the next life. There was a great king. His name was Rishabdev. You know, a very famous Rishabdev. One of the persons, he started following Rishabdev, and this Jain Dharma started from there. Rishabha. So Rishabdev had 100 sons. One of them was Bharat Maharaj. Not the son of Shakuntala and Shantanu. His son is also Bharat. He is another ancient king, Bharat. He was the king of the entire planet. He was a very powerful king. And he lived his kingdom, he ruled his kingdom very nicely. He was a great devotee of Lord also. In this way, he ruled all the citizens, made them Krishna conscious, and in due course of time, as all the kings of the Vedic times would do, he left his kingdom. Because the kings, they would not stay whole life in the kingdom. They knew the purpose of life is not just to rule. The purpose of life is to connect with God, achieve the Lord. He left everything, went to the bank of Gandaki river in the ashram of great sage Pulaha, and he started doing his tapasya, meditation, bhajan. One day, as he was doing his meditation on the bank of his river, he saw there was a deer on the other side of the river, and she was pregnant. And she had come to drink water. As she was drinking water, somewhere in the forest, a lion roared, and she became really fearful. She jumped across the river, but unfortunately she delivered that small baby deer in the river. She landed on the other side, and then out of pain she was running out of fear, and she landed in a cave and she died. Now this deer is drowning. So what Bharat Maharaj should do?
Save the deer.
Save the deer. So he got up from his tapasya meditation. He saved the deer, brought him to his ashram. He was taking care of the deer nicely. So far it is good. Every spiritualist should be compassionate. Every day he was feeding the deer nicely, taking care of the deer, doing everything with the deer. In this way, that king who left the entire kingdom, entire palace, beautiful wives, sons, property, everything, he started getting attached to a small baby deer. So much so that he started getting distracted. While chanting his mantras, he would look at the deer. He would be completely absorbed in the thoughts of deer. Whole day thinking. If the deer would go out to graze, he would be thinking, oh, how he will be. He should not be attacked by the wild animals. One time, the deer didn't return in the evening. And this Bharat Maharaj, he became really disturbed. He started searching all over. And in due course of time, he was so disturbed, he actually was dying. And as he was dying, the deer came back. And the deer was sitting near this Bharat. And as this Bharat breathed his last, he thought of the deer. And what must have happened?
Become deer.
He became a deer. That's the law of last thought. 8th chapter, please take out that. 8th chapter, 6th verse. Krishna says this. This is the law of last thought. Our desires, they shape our next body. Whatever we think, we become that in the next life. Yam yam vapi smarana bhavam Tyajyatyante kalevaram Tam tamevaiti kaunteya Sada tad bhava bhavitaha. 8th chapter, 5th verse, 6th verse. Yeah, translation please.
Whatever the state of being one remembers when he quits his body, O son of Kunti, that state he will attain without fail.
So that's how we have to be really careful what type of thoughts we are cultivating throughout our life. What are our desires? Spirituality is a path. It is a way of transforming and shaping our desires. Because our desires, they give us the next body. Whatever we think in this life will surely get a body in the next life. Whatever we thought in the last life, we got a body according to that. So therefore, this deer. Now, interesting thing about this baby deer. Now, this Bharat became deer. Although he became deer, even in the body of deer, he remembered all his past life. He remembered how he was a king, how he became attached to a deer. So therefore, this life as a deer, he was very careful. He didn't stay with his family. He left his family and again went to Pulaha ashram as a deer. And he was associating with the sages there. And in this way, in due course of time, this deer left his body and again got a human body. And in this life, he was named as Jada Bharat. Why Jada? Jada means he was behaving as if he was a dull man, although he was very intelligent. But he behaved like dull, dumb, unintelligent, because he knew, if I am intelligent, if I show that I am intelligent, my parents will get me married and then I'll again get entangled. So he behaved like a dull person. And in due course of time, he achieved perfection. So therefore, this soul is called as Sarvagataha and Achala. One of the word is Achaloyam. The soul is Achal. Nobody can move the soul against its desire. We move as per our own desire only. Nobody pushes us to do anything. Unless we decide, nobody can shake us. That is Atma. That is Achal. So nobody can say, oh, he is responsible. He is responsible for my this action, my this result, whatever problems I am going through. Nobody is responsible. Who is responsible? I am responsible. Nayam jano me sukha dukkha heto na devatatma graha karma kala manah param karana mamananti samsara chakram pravartayedyah. Whatever happiness and whatever distress we are going through in our life, who is responsible for it? Some people say, Kal is responsible. ये समय खराब चल रहा है मेरा. Some people say, oh, मेरे ग्रह भी अच्छे नहीं हैं. अभी शनि की 7.5 चल रही है. अभी राहु है, केतु है. Nobody is responsible. Who is responsible? My mind is responsible. The thoughts we cultivate, the desires we cultivate, they give us happiness and distress. Otherwise, you must have seen some people, even if they are in biggest of the distress, they are peaceful. And some people, they have no distress in their life, still they are disturbed. It is all depending on the thoughts and the desires they have cultivated. Some people can be peaceful even in the midst of greatest difficulties. And बाकी लोग उनको देख के डिस्टर्ब होते हैं. ये इतना जीवन में प्रॉब्लम है, ये क्या है ये? Just like one time there was a man, he had a horse. And one day his horse ran away. So all the villagers came and said, अरे बुरा हो गया, आपका घोड़ा भाग गया. He said, no problem, whatever happens, it is by the will of the Lord. After some time, that horse came with a mare, she horse. So some again people came, अरे अच्छा हो गया, एक गया, 2 आ गए. Oh, it is all will of the Lord. What can we do? He was a believer of God. So his son, he had a son. So he told his son, you please train this new horse. So he went to train this horse and he fell down from the horse. And he had a fracture. Again villagers came, अरे बुरा हो गया, बेचारे आपके लड़के का fracture हो गया. He said, no problem, whatever happens, it is by the will of the Lord. After some time, the enemy kingdom attacked. And the king announced that all the youngsters of this kingdom will go for fighting the war. So इसका तो fracture है. So he didn't go. So again all the villagers said, अच्छा हो गया, आपके बेटे का fracture हो गया, बच गया वो. So this person said, बाबा कब तक आप लोग ऐसा अच्छा हो गया, बुरा हो गया. What is this? It is all happening by the will of the Lord, whether good things or the bad things. Lord has a plan. And the sooner we submit to the plan of the Lord and accept the plan of the Lord, we'll be peaceful. Otherwise, we will be disturbed in all the situations always. We have to train our mind. And the easiest way to train our mind is connect the mind to the Supreme Lord by chanting regularly. Okay, so we'll stop here. Any questions anybody has?
You said at the time of the thing, whatever you think, you become that. It's only a particular species, or a particular, if a beggar wants to become a king or something like that, also is possible.
ऐसा होगा नहीं.
Because of karmas.
Yeah. It is not a by chance कि I'll do anything I want. मरने के समय याद करना है ना. कर लेंगे, उसमें क्या बड़ी बात है. सिंपल है ना. No, it is not so simple. Because death is not a very pleasurable experience. मजा नहीं आता है मरने वाले कितना मजा आ रहा है. It is a painful experience. And in the pain, we only remember what we have, what is very dear to our heart, what we have done throughout our life. वही याद आएगा. So it is not by chance कि by chance ये याद आ जाए, by chance nothing happens. Whatever we do our whole life, that only will come at the end of life. So it is not two different thing. कर्म के हिसाब से होता है. Other way you are saying जो भी सोचेंगे वैसा होगा. अरे जो करेंगे वही सोचेंगे. It is all connected. If a child will not study whole year, at the end of the year he cannot say अभी चलो एक दिन लास्ट दिन है, कल एग्जाम है, आज पूरा पढ़ लेते हैं और क्लास में टॉप आ जाएंगे. होगा ऐसा? पॉसिबल है. You may pass, but you may not come on the top. ऐसे होते हैं आजकल के स्टूडेंट्स, ऐसे होते हैं, पढ़ के एंड एक दो दिन पढ़ के पास हो जाते हैं. But Krishna says in the previous verse 8.6 आपको बताया यम यम वापि स्मरण. In the previous verse Krishna says अंत काले च माम एव स्मरण. Eva means only. If somebody only remembers me at the time of death, he will come to my abode. That is the topper. Otherwise, whatever you think, you will get something depending on the karma. Okay, so this whole Bhagavad Gita exercise, all these classes, all this chanting, it is to train our mind. It is to purify our desires so that we can live peacefully in this life and achieve a better next life. And if Krishna willing, we can achieve perfection. Okay. Yes, Masi, you had a question.
Prabhuji, does soul experience happiness and distress? Like, we or does it, when we are under some distress, let's say, or happiness, does it still have the spiritual happiness or is it also experiencing that?
13th chapter, 6th verse. That's the answer to your question. Very clearly Krishna says this. 13th chapter 6. Who experiences happiness and distress? That was the question. Who experiences? That verse answers. Ichha, dvesh, sukham, dukkham, sanghatas, chetana, dhriti, etat kshetra samasena savikaram udaritam. Ichha, dvesh, sukha, dukkha. Who experiences all this? Krishna says body experiences. We don't experience. The soul is different from all these emotions. लेकिन प्रॉब्लम तो हमको होता है, दुख तो हमको होता है, सुख तो हमको होता है. How can you say that body experiences? Because we think this is my body. We start identifying with the body so much that whatever happens in the body, we think that it is happening to me. I have given this example many times. If somebody buys new iPhone 17 Pro, latest model वही चल रहा है, पता नहीं जो भी है, and day one he is on the road and somehow the mobile falls off his hand and a car passes by on it. सुन के शॉक लग रहा है. Nothing happened to the person. The mobile was destroyed. Why the person experienced the pain? It was my mobile. Itni इच्छाएं थी. I have spent so much. So nothing happens to the soul. The soul always remains aloof because soul is spiritual.
So then, Prabhuji, how does soul grow spiritual? Or is it?
Soul is spiritual. Soul never becomes spiritual. Soul means by definition it is spiritual only. But the problem is we start identifying with our body so much that we can't separate our body and the soul. हमको लगता है मेरा शरीर और मैं एक ही है. But it is not one. It is different. Any of you this experience? Sometime you had some cut in your body somewhere, and unless you saw, you didn't experience the pain. हुआ है किसी को? हुआ है ना? As soon as you saw, pain शुरू हो गया. कैसे? Because now you are aware कि अरे मेरा शरीर है, इतना बड़ा कट हो गया है. That creates pain. Minimum basic level of pain may be there. But when you start experiencing and connecting, ये मेरा शरीर है, oh I am getting hurt, so all these things happening to me, then the pain becomes multiplied. That is called as bodily conception of life. You have heard this sometimes, bodily conception. And Atma Sakshatkar, self-realization, very common word, self-realization. What is this? When a person realizes actually that I am not this body. अभी तो हम theory पढ़ रहे हैं. We have not realized it. We are just understanding the theory. Otherwise, we will not be affected by things of this world. One time, Socrates, he was standing outside a very nice gift shop. And he was looking at things inside for a long time. So his friend asked, Socrates, what are you seeing? We thought that you are a very detached person. It seems that you also want these things. He said, no, I'm just seeing what all people buy which they don't need. Because nothing of this world can satisfy the soul. They just give titillation to the mind. So therefore, the more we connect to the Bhagavad Gita, the more we chant, the more we understand, the more we learn to go and see beyond the veil of glamour. The glamour is so powerful. It doesn't allow us to see through it. It's a very thick curtain. So that's how it is. The more we see through the eyes of scriptures, we see the reality of the world. Okay.
So soul is always Satchitananda.
Yes. Any other questions? Or we will. Okay, so we'll chant one round of Hare Krishna mantra. You have the beads. So we know the mantra which we chant in the beginning, the Panch Tattva mantra. We have some extra beads. है इनको दे दीजिए. एक है, एक ही है. Okay, you can count on your fingers, no problem. Anyways, we'll be chanting together, so it will not be a problem.
Jai Shri Krishna.
We'll chant this Jai Shri Krishna mantra together. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Prabhu Nityananda,
Prabhu Nityananda,
Shri Advaita Gadadhar,
Shri Advaita Gadadhar,
Shrivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Vasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda.
Krishna. We'll do 2 minutes of Kirtan. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Ram Ram
Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Jaya Radha Gopinath Radhe Jaya
Radha Gopinath Radha Radhe
Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol
Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol
जय कलयुग पावन हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय हरे कृष्ण थैंक यू